From Today FM Ireland, this is the Ian Dempsey Breakfast Show podcast.
On the radio.
Thanks very much.
That's a very interesting coat you've got on there. It's kind of an Abercrombie, is it?
Thanks. I have no idea. It's just what I like to describe as a cheap coat.
Cheap? Oh, is it? Oh, really?
Yes.
It's got the bit of velvet. I remember when I was growing up, actually, that that was the big thing.
Really?
All
in
the
the
tough
50s?
guys. No, the tough. Sorry?
And we have
Thanks,
dead
man.
air for 2 minutes as you stare at me.
No, all the tough guys used to wear them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Do I
no.
look tough to you?
Not really. Listen, yeah.
You glanced over. Not really.
Not really, no. So, thank you very much for coming in to us. You've got a new show which is called Creme de la Mer.
That's
which
right.
Is, it was Grania Shoga.
Gee.
Are you going out with her or something? No.
God, no.
Oh no. Okay, sorry. Grania, she came up with the name for it. Yeah.
She came up to me. She came me Creme de la Mer on the panel once when she was on it, and I didn't realise what it was.
Yeah.
And it has since become the name of something quite dodgy. So I'm not going to explain, but I'm sure people can.
Well,
can
Creme de
think
la Mer
about it.
is it's
Very expensive
very
face cream.
expensive. Yeah,
Yeah, really
It's about
expensive
$130 for an ounce.
Yes.
Of it, you know.
As is all Creme de la Mer.
Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah.
So are you hoping that they might get onto you and say, would you like a sponsor? Or?
No, I was hoping they'd sue me.
Oh,
I think the
excellent.
publicity would be exceptional. And then I could go to court and then it would be fantastic. We even ripped off loads of stuff belonging to them. So if they're listening, go on. You know you want to.
And listen, you're from Offaly. I know you don't.
Right.
You know, people have talked about the whole Eden Dairy thing and all that a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's become a kind of a nerve centre of politics, really, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like Offaly is.
People always ask you about. Yeah, they ask you about. Who's your favourite Offaly politician? And is it Obama? And is it Biffo? And it's not. My favourite Offaly politician is John Maloney. He's the junior health minister.
Yeah.
Mainly because they said something fantastic. They said he's really good, and they said, he's the only one who met him with the old people. Remember when they were protesting in that church about the medical cards?
Yeah.
I was going, but the point is, you know what his other job is? He was an undertaker.
What's it?
That's his other job. So I'd say they're going on like that, and he's just measuring them with a tape. Going, where we're going to die unless we get medical cards. He's going, I know. And he said brilliant stuff about Cowan. He got caught criticising Cowan, and he said, I'd just like to say that people know that there was no drink involved. I wasn't on the beer. Right. As if other politicians from other countries are making policies like this, like Israel destroys Gaza and then wakes up the next morning and go, no, we didn't.
What did we do? Oh no!
I was drinking pints of the lads in Jerusalem and somebody ordered shots and I got the wrong idea.
The recession then is the big thing at the moment. Everybody's talking about it. Is it something you can joke about? I mean, is there something?
The amount of stupid stuff that's been said about it. I love when the Dublin Lord Mayor said that shopping is our patriotic duty. That's class. Patriotic duty. My granddad had to go to war. We only have to go to Arnis. That's fantastic. Like if shopping is war, well then women will be the generals. We will only be the foot soldiers. You know
Exactly. Yeah. We'll just be taking orders, really.
We will absolutely. They'll be pushing little trolleys around a map of Dundrum Shopping Centre. That's what it'll be. I mean, there will be casualties. I would imagine people like, where's Mary? She got caught in a sale. 20% off shoes. She didn't stand a chance. It'll be brilliant. And then there'll be little in years to come. There'll be little remembrance, and people will be wearing little, Tesco club cards on the shoulder in November. It'll be a lovely time.
Oh, you followed it through beautifully
Yes,
there. Yeah,
I thought.
Listen, what just say, Brendan O'Carroll, for example, said recently he'd like to become a politician. Would you have any? Because I mean, comedians can be quite outspoken these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So have opinions.
Yeah.
So what would you do, like if you were in government?
I'd stop all politicians using the phrase "the reality is," which wrecks my head. You know how to say that?
Yeah.
The reality is.
Yeah.
The reality is. I mean,
I hate in the fullness of time, because that means we're not actually doing anything about it at the moment. But
yes,
in the fullness of time.
I hate going forward because what does that mean? I also hate price to sell. Like a house, price to sell. What else is going to be priced to do?
Which way is it priced before? Yeah,
exactly. The reality is the one I hate most of all, because don't tell me what the reality is. What's the alternative? The Matrix. I want to see Willie O'D on prime time go, well, the Matrix is, Miriam. It's a computer program. But I'd have loads of policies. My main one would be the prisons are full,
right.
And I would basically be like the Special Olympics. Remember, everybody put people up for the Special Olympics. Yeah. Everybody would have to put a prisoner up for 2 weeks of the year every year. You'd have to have them locked up with the Spanish students. You know, you get Spanish students, right?
Okay, yeah.
So your ma's look after them, and then they come home, and Mad Dog and Sebastian are in the garage, and Mad Dog's just going, "We'd love a bit of heroin," and she's going, "I just have Lemsip," and then Sebastian's in there learning English. Are you okay, Sebastian? No, I am his bitch. That's what
right, okay, yeah. Good workout.
That's what I would do. By the way, before you ask me next question, I have a Loki related fact.
A Loki. Oh, the dog.
Because you were mentioning Loki earlier on.
Loki, yeah. Okay.
And people texted in that he was the Trickster God.
This is Mickey Rourke's dog, first of all, who's now deceased. And then Loki apparently was some god, a Norse trickster god, was he? Yes.
And Loki, and this is true, Loki once tied his balls to a goat in Norse mythology for the sake of a laugh.
He was
this
human.
Is real, absolutely.
Okay.
And this is one of the biggest stories in Norse mythology. Like, it's comparable with the birth of Jesus in Christianity. It's huge. And that is why Norse mythology died out and Christianity flourished, because children don't mind recreating the nativity scene.
I don't really want to follow this one.
But you can't imagine. You know what I mean?
Is this true now?
It's absolutely. I'm not making this. Is absolutely true.
Right. How do you know this?
Because I have lots of spare time.
And the internet.
No, I did a show about that sort of stuff in Norse mythology and all that sort of crack. Yeah.
A kind of a comedy show or just a show?
Yeah, comedy show, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Norse mythology. Now, how did you hit on that?
I'll write about absolutely anything that comes to mind. I have a present for you as well, by the way.
Have you?
Yeah,
very good. Thanks very much.
Yeah, well, it's just basically so you can slag off Matt Cooper.
All right.
I found this the other day. I was in DCU book in DCU library, and it's a bookmark of all the alumni in DCU. Well, people who are meant to be kind of have some sort of profile, and there he is.
Oh.
He's on it.
Oh,
and
Matt.
Matt Cooper, Tara Lockray Grant, Brian Cullen, the Dublin footballer, and look at the back of it.
DCU, you can go anywhere from here. Over 30,000 DCU graduates have Matt Cooper.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, who have we got there? Jamie Heaslip. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Neil Delamere.
Yes, my friend.
Yes, very good.
And you know my favourite thing about that thing is? That's meant to be like an advertisement for the highest educational standards, the DCU can put forward. And on it, my name is spelt wrong.
It should be an A, shouldn't it?
Yeah, and they can't spell communications either.
Can they?
No.
Oh my God! Anyway, they want to check. Can I keep this? And
yes, you can.
Give it to Matt. Fantastic. How did you get that name, by the way? Where does it come from? Is it a French?
My dad.
Name?
Yeah, that's his name.
French.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that in our family we pass on the surname from person to person. It is French. Yeah, it's Norman de la Mer, of the sea.
De la Mer.
That's why all the really lazy Delamere's moved to Offaly, the landlocked county of Ireland. I heard there's all the lazy French boys.
And listen, how did you? I mean, when you got into the whole thing, I know it's a bit of a cliche, as in, how did you get involved in it? But I mean, what kind of comedy did you like? What made you sort of say, oh yeah, I'd like to have a go at that? Was it somebody local, or was it kind of watching somebody on TV? Or
somebody local, yeah, Cowan. Cowan's policies were extremely funny. No, it was just usual crack. Mid 1990s, Tommy Tiernan and Dylan Moore and various other bits and pieces of television, like Blackadder was amazing. Cheers and repeated Cheers.
So a bit left of centre.
A bit left of centre, yeah. I've become firmly in the middle of the centre at the moment. But
and how do you feel about the panel being on RTE1 as opposed to Network 2? Has it made you kind of anaesthetise it slightly? Is that a bad thing to say?
It would be if it were true. It's more viewers, first of all. And,
but you have to be more careful.
Well, I think we should be getting as many complaints as possible. Yeah. I think we're doing a good job if we get a few complaints here, there and everywhere. But I think that you get more viewers, and it probably has a harder news agenda, which is fair enough. But as long as you kind of keep the element of madness, which is essentially tied to Murphy and Maxwell, and as long as we keep those boys, we'll be all right, And
what about Mairead Farrell down there, the Ray D'Arcy show?
Oh, what about her?
What about her? I mean, are you happy with her performance?
Considering that she's listening right now, I'm very happy with her performance. I believe she'll be getting a bonus.
Excellent.
She is one of the finest.
So it's Marks and Spencer's and Mairead Farrell all getting a pay rise. They're the only people in the country.
Pretty much. Yeah. And the ESB.
Lovely.
Yes.
So listen, February 25th, what day is today?
That's today.
Today, is it?
Yes.
I said you were going back to bed. You have to go to Letterkenny.
I am, yeah, but I'm going to sleep for a bit and then I'm going to go back. Yeah, Letterkenny tonight and tomorrow.
Night, and then you're in Burr, back home.
Yes,
It's kind of a sort of homecoming.
It'd be more. It's not really so much a homecoming as Johnny Cash in Fulton Prison, to be honest with you. But, that'd be good.
Burr Arts Centre. Then you're in Wexford, Arklow, Cork Opera House on the 7th of March.
Yeah.
DeBar's in Clonakilty, so staying in the County Cork. In Dundalk, Tralee, and Vickers Street, 13th, 14th, 15th, 19th, 20th.
Yes.
In Dublin, and then in Limerick.
Thanks very much. And then in Limerick.
Neil, it's a pleasure. I've never spoken to you on the radio before, and I know you actually stood in on this show when I was off.
We've only met
times,
once.
Yeah.
I've done your show I've presented your show 3 times. This has been a pleasure meeting you in the flesh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See ya. Neil Delamere.
From Today FM Ireland, this is the Ian Dempsey Breakfast Show podcast.